James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a magnitude 7.0 earthquake. This is near Hubbard Glacier. Hubbard Glacier. We're zooming and take a look at that. That came in as a 6 on the DYFI. It tells you it's very sparsely populated. An 8 on the shake map. And it did have an associated tsunami warning with it. Came in at a default depth of 10 kilometers. There was several aftershocks so far. Let's zoom in and take a quick look at that, and we'll get some detailed information. All right, we do see a swarm now that we zoom in here on Hubbard Glacier, and that's actually going to be in Alaska. You can see the line of Alaska running right through here, and there's the capital, Juneau, right here. So believe it or not, that earthquake was in the U.S., although not the lower 48. Now, some of the other ones were actually in Canada's Northern Territory up here, but that particular earthquake was in Alaska proper. And that is a big quake, a 7.0. We haven't seen anything like that in some time. Moving over to volcanoesandearthquakes.com, you can see all the aftershocks here. It's too many to count, although we will get a count. We'll get some detailed information. It looks like the International Research Institute on Seismology came in at a 6.8. And Germany came in at a 6.9. Again, the USGS came in at a 7.0. The primary source here is actually Canada, who also came in at a 7.0. So we're probably getting some good information. Having Canada and the US both come in at a 7.0. Moving over to volcanodiscovery.com, we had a major 7.0 earthquake about an hour and 30 minutes ago, today, December 6th. Volcano Discovery also said we had a pre-shock before the 7.0 of a 6.6, just minutes beforehand here in the same location. We don't see that from the USGS. We will take a look again, but I did not see that. Now, I did go back and look, and Canada or the USGS is not covering the 6.6, although they specifically call it out as a pre-shock here at volcanodiscovery.com. Earthquake details, magnitude 7.0. Our main source is Canada, Department of Natural Resources Canada. The nearest volcano is Churchill Volcano. And that's 103 miles away. So this was not volcanic activity related. That is a huge glacier. And there might have been some sort of movement on that glacier. It looks like it released 29.8 atomic bombs worth of energy. Nothing to mess with there, folks. Whatever happened, it was some serious movement. Came in at an 8 on the shake map here. You can see that. Only 40 reports, i.e. very few people live in that area. Now here they have it coming in at a very shallow depth of 5 kilometers. Again, I'm thinking ice glacier related. All right, here is the primary magnitude 7.0 shake map. And we can see the reports and how they spread out. And we can see it's right on top of that large glacier. The closest volcano 103 miles away. So this was not magma movement or volcanic related. I think that we might have had something happen with that glacier there. All right, comparing quake data from different reporting agencies. Canada came in at 7.0, 5 kilometers of depth. It's probably some really good information there. And again, it's probably glacier related. We've got the International Research Institute on Seismology coming in at 6.81 default depth, i.e. the asterisk, a depth of 10 kilometers, often means the depth of the quake could not be determined with sufficient accuracy. We have Germany coming in at 6.9 default depth as well. The French coming in at 6.44 default depth as well. See what else we have. We have Australia coming in at 7.0 default depth as well. The Europeans coming in at 6.8 default depth as well. We have the Italians coming in at 6.7 at 8.6 kilometers of depth. It's kind of interesting there. And finally, we have the USGS default depth 10 kilometers coming in at a 7.0. Now, there were aftershocks and the pre-shock. Now, we did have 6 aftershocks, according to volcanodiscovery.com, the largest being a 5.0, happening 11 minutes after the main shock, just slightly offset, 9.8 kilometers away. We also had a 4.1, along with 4 other aftershocks. And remember, we had the pre-shock, if you will, of 6.6, which is not showing up on any other data that we have. Let's go over and take a look at the National Data Buoy Center and see if any buoys are in event mode. Looks like some of the glacier might have slid into the ocean, and if so, I would expect there to be buoys in event mode. Alright, we do have 2 buoys in event mode. We have buoy 4614 and buoy 46409. Start out with 46409. You can see what looks like a very small event. We do have some detailed information on that we'll take a look at in just a moment. The event is here in red. These are just the water tables. So the event looks very minimal. Take a look at buoy 46414. And again, the event looks, minimal. I don't think we're going to be able to call these tsunamis, but we will take a look at them. On station 46409, it looks like the event would be a total of about 7 centimeters. And that's the event right there. The water table moving up and down. 7 centimeters total. I'm not going to call that a tsunami. And over to station 46414, the event mode looks like it lasted a little bit longer. Not very long, although it did last over 3 minutes here. And the total event itself was about 11 centimeters, which is a much larger event. 11 centimeters. The first one was 7 centimeters. This one's about 11 centimeters. Again, not huge, but 11 centimeters. You can see the event here as the water table rises. So in conclusion, the first sizable earthquake we've seen in some time. We do have a lot of planets behind Earth, i.e. 2 gas giants currently. And our moon just got through playing around in front of Earth. So this is, actually we thought this would occur before this. We did have, again, a 7.0 Hubbard Glacier, associated tsunami warning, default depth of 10 kilometers. It looked like it was very shallow. Probably some of the glacier sliding off. DYF came in only a 5 because it's very sparsely populated. Shake map came in at an 8. So it was a good sized earthquake for sure. Over 29 atomic bombs worth of energy was released. I guess that's the story. And before we go, one honorable mention. We had a 1.9 right there on the New Madrid. Always watching the New Madrid as well. With that said, God bless you guys. Please share our video. Please subscribe if you haven't. And always remember that anything's possible. Bizarro world.